Today's video is brought to you by Oxedo LED lighting. You might think that you can see just fine at night. Well, I did too, until I did this little upgrade. As you can see from this footage, here is some before Oxedo LED lighting, and here is some after Oxedo LED lighting. The difference is amazing. With high brightness and easy installation, Oxedo LED lighting is definitely the route for you. They're easy to install and they're available for all makes and models. Click on the link in the description below and enter promo code 612motorsports at checkout to get yourself 15% off. Now back to our video. So here we can see how bright our lights are with just our standards. Now I did turn on the hazard so you can see how bright the turn signals / brake lights and things are. Episode of 612 Motorsports. In today's episode, we're working on the wife's 2021 Chevy Colorado, but before we get too far into that, you guys know the routine. Please go ahead, hit that subscription button, the notification bell, leave a comment, a thumbs up, all of that. It's super helpful, and it's very greatly appreciated. All right, so what are we doing to the Colorado today, boys? Well, being that we're coming into the fall and winter months here in Minnesota, daylight savings time, things get dark pretty dang early around here, 5 o'clock in the evening, and well, it's as dark as it is at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I gave my boys at Oxedo a call and I said, hey, my wife's got this new vehicle, what can we do about some lighting? They sent me out a bunch of stuff. I still have some things on the way, but I'm antsy and I want to get what I have installed. So let me show you what we're working with here today. So today we're starting out small. We're doing the third brake light. We're doing high beams, low beams. We are doing brake lights, rear turn signals, and backup lights. Now I do have fog lights, front turn signals, and front marker lights coming, along with a slew of interior stuff, some license plate lights as well. I do have a bunch of that coming, but like I said earlier, I'm a little antsy and I'm gonna start now. I might add all of that stuff in at the end of this video, or we might make another video out of it depending, but we'll probably throw it in at the end of this, so probably see the completed project here. But we're gonna jump right into it and we're gonna start here in the back and work our way forward. Don't mind the stuff in the back of the truck. It's a truck. We use it for truck stuff. Therefore, there's stuff in the back of the bed of the truck. So first things first, there's 2 screws that hold this taillight assembly into place. Same on both sides. They are a Torx headed screw and they are a T10. So if you have one of those, go ahead, grab it. If not, you better run to the parts store or your local Harbor Freight or whatnot and pick one of those up. So that's where we're gonna begin. We're gonna crack those loose, pull the housing, and then we can disconnect those bulbs and replace them quick. next we're going to be tackling this third brake light. And as you can see, it's got a lot of clear in it for cargo lighting and whatnot. Well, I'm not a big fan of that, so we ended up getting a smoked one. And I wanted to go this route just so that it blends in better, makes it a little more invisible. It does have a white light, super bright for cargo as well, but it's just got a smoked lens so it blends in nice. I didn't really want it to be a focal point, you know, so we're gonna go ahead and switch that out now. Let's see how it looks. This one here happens to take a T15. There's quite a bit of difference there. This is going to look a lot better blackened out. So this particular model here has a button, can give you the hyper flash if you want it, or you can turn it off if you don't want it. I don't want it, so we're going to make sure we have it in that position before we go ahead and mount it up. Okay, so this is with hyper flash off. And this is with hyper flash on. So I think we're gonna go ahead and leave that hyper flash off because that's a little annoying, and honestly, that could probably cause somebody to have a seizure or something behind me, because that is some crazy strobe effect. So we're gonna go ahead and leave that switch to off and go ahead and throw this bad boy in. Make sure we got a clean surface there, because they give us this nice rubber weatherproof grommet, and it's sticky on the one side, so I want to make sure that we put everything in the right place. So now we're going to go ahead and do these headlights, the high and low beams. So on these Colorados, you're going to notice there's like a rubber boot over here, and then there's another boot on the inside here. Now, you're going to have to remove that stuff to get to the actual headlights themselves. On the driver's side here, I don't have any of that, so we have super good access to that right off the rip here. So we're going to start on this side. So our low beam is going to be the bulb closest to the outside of the vehicle, and there's these buckets, and you want to twist that off counterclockwise and pull that out. It does have a O-ring on it, and that is to keep it free from debris and weather. So take that, set it aside. You can reach in there, give the bulb a twist, You'll see that it pops off. I'm not worried about touching these or screwing them up because, well, they're junk and I just want to get rid of them, so we're going to throw them away. But normally, you would not want to touch this bulb because the oils from your fingers and things get on here and it causes the heat and whatnot to get more intense in those areas, and you'll actually burn fingerprints in there and it'll blow the bulb, killing the life of it substantially. So when you're replacing regular bulbs, please do not touch the filament in any way, shape, or form. Use rubber gloves or paper towels. I'm going to put our new Oxido on. Now I am just going to go ahead and turn the lights on to make sure that that works properly. So while we're in here, we're going to go ahead and change out the marker lights as well. Now they're just a little tiny bulb like yay. And they just pull out. Push the new one in. Here you can see before Oxido, this is daylight. You can still see there's a little light going on in there, and our low beam. Now this is Oxido, low beam, and side marker light. You can even see there on the garage door the difference between the two. So we're going to go ahead, throw the high beam in over here, and then get that side cranked out, and then we'll see what she looks like. So once again, let's just take a peek. This is low and high beam, regular standard bulb, and this is low and high beam Oxido. That side marker light, that stands out real nice now compared to what we've got over here. Not so much. Not real noticeable. So that makes a huge difference. Let's see what our tail lights just look like here in the dark. Man, that's crazy bright. You're not going to miss those things. Brake lights are going to be even brighter. We'll test those out here in a moment. I'm anxious to see what the whole setup from back here looks like, but let's get that other side done so we can keep cracking on this bad boy.
Yeah.